Hi, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Thanks for joining us on TCM. Sometimes it takes an outsider to bring a fresh viewpoint to what might otherwise be a predictable story. If your story is set in the Midwest, for example, and it details the challenges faced by a young man coming of age, well, that sounds like something you've certainly seen before. But when that story is written by a screenwriter who grew up loving America from Yugoslavia, well, then you end up with a fresh take on the story, and that's what we have up next. It's from 20th Century Fox in 1979, Breaking Away. Screenwriter Steve Tesich's story was born out of his own experience. His family moved from Yugoslavia to Indiana when he was 13. And as a student at Indiana University, he was part of a team that participated in the Little 500. That's a bicycle race. Another part of Breaking Away came from one of his friends who loved cycling so much and the world-famous Cinzano bicycling team that he began to pretend he was Italian to everyone. From those experiences, Tesich created the character of Dave Stoller, played in the film by Dennis Christopher. Dave hangs out with three friends, all of them teenagers who live in Bloomington, the home of Indiana University. They've just graduated from high school. They're unsure what comes next, and they're envious of the college kids whose futures seem full of promise. Dave eats, sleeps, and breathes cycling, much to the chagrin of his down-to-earth parents who can't understand why Dave starts listening to opera and asking for pasta at every meal. From 1979, directed by Peter Yates, with a cast that includes Dennis Quaid, Daniel Stern, very young at the time, plus Paul Dooley and Barbara Barry, who received an Oscar nomination for her role as Dave's mother. Here's Breaking Away. Made on a small budget and filmed by director Peter Yates on location in Bloomington, Indiana, Breaking Away wasn't expected to be a box office hit, but critics loved it. So did the public. It was also recognized during awards season. Steve Tesich won an Oscar for his screenplay, as well as a Writers Guild Award. The film itself received a Golden Globe and was Oscar nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Supporting Actress for Barbara Barry. The young men who played the four friends are still active on screen. Dennis Quaid is a movie star, of course. Daniel Stern starred in Diner, City Slickers, and Home Alone, among many films. He's also well known as the narrator of the TV series The Wonder Years. Jackie Earle Haley's more recent work includes Little Children and Lincoln, as well as an underrated film from last year, Criminal Activities, which he also directed. And Dennis Christopher has done a lot of work on television over the last 4 decades and had a memorable role in the Quentin Tarantino film Django Unchained. Coming up next, an action-adventure film set during World War II featuring Steve McQueen, James Garner, and a famous Triumph motorcycle.